Hello, hello, and happy Sunday. So I know that a lot of you guys will be getting Cricut cutting machines for Christmas. So I wanted you guys to kind of have a tool in your back pocket, and it's a tour of Design Space. So we're gonna tour Design Space today. It shouldn't take us too long. No one told me that you guys were getting Cricuts. I just know that's big gift giving for crafters, like big gift that crafters like, and is usually given at Christmas. So nobody told me that you are getting one, but in the event that you do, you'll have this tutorial or this tour in your back pocket. So over here, if you look, when you open up Design Space, you'll have a home with a hamburger menu, or I was told this is called the hamburger menu, these three lines right here. Welcome in your name, my projects, maker, and this is the Maker 3. That's the machine that I have, but if you do a drop, it drops down. You can pick the machine that you're cutting with. So if you have more than one machine, you have something from the Explorer family, the Explorer 3, the Joy, the regular Maker. That's where you would, the Maker 3, that's where you would find all that here. And then you have a new project button over here. This banner here is just really all like advertisements from cricut.com, their Black Friday sale, their mug press is on sale right now for $10 off, which in my opinion, I have a mug press and I like my mug press, but in my opinion, $10 off a $200 item is really not that much. And then here's some information on Cricut Access, which we'll talk about in a little while. So we come down here, this bar here is new. So here you can search an image like right off the bat. So you wanna search whatever you want to search. You want to search Christmas. You can type that in, and all the Christmas projects that you have uploaded, Christmas projects that or not necessarily projects, but Christmas cut files, like this Christmas chapel, this Christmas village here, all these different things come up. And then I'll be honest, this is the first time that I've typed in anything here, so apparently you can follow community members. So I would imagine this is for Cricut Access only, like the following of the community members, but I could be wrong. There are also 12,223 results for Christmas. So, and that includes your projects, that includes images, that includes the Cricut pre-uploaded projects, the community projects. So Design Space has kind of come a long way. Underneath that, we have ideas for beginners, holiday ideas, and everything labels. So I'm just going to click on this holiday ideas one. Again, a lot of this I'm kind of doing for the first time myself because I really had no need to explore these options. So we're going to kind of do it together. So here we have, oh, this is kind of cool. So you can, what they did is they kind of categorized. So Zoe Deschanel, or Deschanel, sorry Zoe, I'm not really sure how you pronounce her name. She is a big Cricut crafter as well. She is or was an actress, I think. Anyway, her name sounds really familiar, but so you got like things from her, things that she has chosen to put in the holiday ideas categories. And then if you're cutting with a Cricut Joy, here's some Cricut Joy cards. If you're cutting with a Maker or Explorer, here are those cards that you can make. This exploding box, little side note, I would really like to try to make one of those one time. I'm going to make one and we're going to talk about it, and we'll probably even do a video on another one that I'll do because I got to do it twice. So then here's once for me to make sure that I'm doing it right, and then one to show you guys. So, and then here's some advent calendar projects and images, tropical Christmas. These are all different kinds of things that you can find here. Banner, Christmas banner things, Christmas flowers. So this is all stuff. And then you go to for beginners, and this is all Cricut projects that are geared towards people who are just starting out in the Cricut world, the quote-unquote Cricut world, as some people have dubbed it. So some really cool things to explore here. Pardon me. We're going to go on to featured images. So these are images. Really, I'll be honest, these images are the most recent uploaded images into Design Space that Cricut has added. Well, maybe not all of them, because this Happy Birthday one, I've seen before. So there's the featured images, and then you have my projects. As you can see, I have many projects. Under that, there is a video playlist, and this is the videos that Cricut puts out, and they'll put out either on YouTube or they'll put out on, directly into here. Oh, look, all videos on YouTube. View all videos on YouTube. So you can also view all of their videos on YouTube. And they have their videos are short, kind of concise and to the point. But they show you a few cool things, so you can get some inspiration from them. And then there's just different categories here. Great Cricut Maker, 3 projects for beginners, creative holidays, some of these different things that you can do for gifts, or like I would probably make this. I have a friend who has a camper, so I would probably make this for her. Pardon me. Cricut mug press projects, holiday craft ideas. I saw somebody had made this, and it turned out really cute for them. Things to organize your life. So here you can make whatever. You can make canister labels. You can make jar labels. You can make hangers. You can make a makeup bag. You can do all kinds of things. Different cards. I've made a pop-up card. With that Christmas tree pop-up card is cute. I made a pop-up card. Is it here? Let's see. I don't see it. Anyway, I have made some cards from Cricut that they recommend. Wedding invitations, all kinds of things here. This is stuff that people from the Cricut community have added onto Cricut Design Space, so that you can, learn from their projects. You can make their projects. If you are, just a little side note, if you are making to sell, though, you need to make sure that you have permission to sell the item that somebody else created. If you don't have permission, it becomes a whole legal thing. Or so I've heard. I don't sell my stuff, so that's just what I've heard. Here's a little hammock for Elf on a Shelf. So all different kinds of things that you can do with the Cricut. Paper projects, leather, you can do all kinds of things. So now we're going to come up here to the home. And here, all different kinds of things that I really haven't delved into too much. So there's new project setup, collaboration. So when you're doing something like a print then cut, that's when you want to did I say collaboration? I meant oh boy, I'm having such a hard time with this word. Calibration. So you want to calibrate your machine so that it cuts the image from your print then cut the way it's supposed to. Manage custom materials. By all means, feel free to look, through all of this all of this setup here. You have a profile that you can update, which, I mean, I have a couple projects that I've tried sharing. I can get into sharing projects a little bit more at a later time because I'm not really sure how that looks, how you go about doing things like that. And then there's account details. Cricut access this is just going to tell you, it's just going to tell you what you get with Cricut access. 150,000 images, 500 plus fonts, exclusive features, which we'll go through some of those, discount on licensed content, and when we say licensed content, we mean like Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter, all that stuff that they do have. Cricut does have license for some of those projects, but I do not believe that you can sell them. That is something you would have to look into if you're planning on selling. You get priority member care. You also get everyday savings. So you get 10% off at Cricut.com, when you make a purchase. Which I've done from time to time. So, and then it tells you when your plan will renew. You can manage your subscription from here. Let's see what else is in here that might be of use. Settings. I mean, this is really all your settings. Your language. Are we saving? When we save for offline, are we doing cloud and computer or just cloud? Canvas grid. Is it full grid, partial grid, no grid? Units is imperial or metric. So that's kind of, and then, what country you're living in. There might be some, if you're selling, there might be some useful information here in the legal tab. I'm not going to click on that right now because there's not a whole lot of time for that kind of thing right now. But feel free to look into this, because if you're planning on selling or you want to be selling any of your projects, they might have some really good information here in the legal tab. Under here, it will tell you what's new. You can sign out. Okay. So up here, you have File, View, and Help. So under File, you can open a new window. So you can have more than one Cricut window open at a time. If you're working on multiple projects, which it's Christmas time, I work on multiple projects at one time. So I tend to flip back and forth between screens from time to time. So this is very helpful. And none of this is really beneficial to me, or I wouldn't imagine to you. Reload, force reload. This I could see us using if maybe like the screen froze or something like that. Toggle full screen. So we're just going to go from full to. We're just going to minimize to go to a full screen is what I'm assuming that is. And here through Help, you can contact member care. And About, I'm sure it's either About Cricut or About Design Space. So let's go to, now I have done some things for you guys in on the Cricut canvas. Pardon me, I need some of my coffee. I have done some things for you guys on Cricut canvas before. We're going to go through a couple of those things right now. And we're probably going to add a little bit. So let's find something here. What can we find? So these are all the images that I've uploaded. If you want to upload an image, what you're going to do is you're going to click Upload. Okay? And we're going to click Upload Image. And we're going to click Browse Images, or Browse. So this will pull everything up. Well, it pulls everything up on my desktop, which is how I have it to come up. So let's see, maybe this one, Define Good Deer. Do I have? I feel like I have this one already in here. Okay, so we won't do that because I feel like I have that one. So I also have a file on my desktop called SVG. Where are you? SVG files. Okay, so we're just going to pick something from this SVG file here. Let's see. Quotes and sayings bundle. Always believe in magic. So I don't even really know what this looks like. Okay, always believe in magic. So we're going to upload this. I like it just the way it is. We're going to do some optional tags. So we can, and you don't have to add these, but I'm going to add, let's see, magic. We're going to put it under Christmas. We're going to put it under believe. Oops. And if I can spell believe. Oh, I think I did spell. Oh, hang on. Messing up. L-I-E-V. Yeah, that was right. Okay. So, and then we're going to upload. And now I'm going to put this into my canvas. But before I do that, let's say you have this on your laptop and you put it in here and you deleted it off your laptop. But you didn't want to delete it. You could just easily hit this download button. It'll re-download right onto your computer or whatever you're working with. If you come over here next to the cancel, you see what image is going to be uploaded. If you don't like this image, you can simply click it off and it goes away. And then you have nothing to upload. So, but we're going to upload it for our intents and purposes. We're going to upload it. And it says, bring it up here so we can see. It says, always believe in magic. So I don't know if you guys notice all this far right panel. All of these letters here, like they're all individual cuts. We don't want them to be individual cuts. We want it to be all one cut. However, I'm going to leave that right where it is for right now. And we're going to come up here to images. And we're going to type in Santa. This is not a project that I'm making right now, but I thought I would show you a couple of things to do. So these are uploaded. No, I don't want just uploaded. I want all images. I'm like 86. That's not enough. Okay. So here is all of the Santa images. So these are the Santa images that we've uploaded. These are the Santa images that are already on Design Space. These are all of that. So we're going to just kind of scroll, and there's over 1,000 of them. Hopefully we won't be scrolling for 1,000. Come on. Sometimes it takes a minute. Hopefully we won't be scrolling for 1,000, for 1,300 cut files here. Because that would be a little ridiculous of us, wouldn't it? So let's see, we're going to find, I'm looking for an image. So not words, not like Milk for Santa, but an actual image. Now this is an image that I could use and we could just take the moon out of it. But I want to see if I can find something. I'm looking for something similar. Okay, here, we can use this. Okay. So now we have the Always Believe in Magic, and we have Santa with his little reindeer. So this Always Believe in Magic and the Santa with the reindeer. So the Always Believe in Magic was our cut file from our computer, right? And the Santa with his reindeer was a cut file from Design Space. Pardon me. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to size, because this guy came in a little big. Came in a little heavy. So we're just going to size him to where we want him. And we are going to take the whole thing. We're going to highlight the whole thing so everything over here is highlighted. And we are going to click on Weld. And that, my friends, is going to weld this whole image as one piece. Now let's say we want to add something to this. What can we add? We're going to add the words in, yeah, no, we're going to do lowercase in Christmas. So we're going to add always believe in, let's see, that doesn't make any sense. Always believe in the magic of Christmas. That's what I need. Always believe in the, this isn't even right. Always believe in the magic of Christmas. Okay, so now we need to add one more word, and it's going to be in the, and actually those are going to be capitalized because we are going to get it as close to this as possible, as close to this font as possible, and the size. Actually, oh, come on, what is happening here? That doesn't look horrible. And again, this is not really a project that we are going to be making, like putting on something. But we can change this. Let's say we want to change this, we want to make it a different font. So there are many places that you can go for fonts. One place that I tend to go to is called Dafont.com, and they have, I don't know, 1,000,001 fonts or some ridiculous number, and they're all nice. I mean, they're good fonts. So let's see, this one doesn't look, oh boy, this computer is not cooperating today. So this doesn't look, come on over. Come on, thank you. That, I mean, what on earth is happening? Okay, so, no, I'm not crazy about that font, so we'll go to another font. Let's see what else we can find here. So some of these were already on Design Space. Some of them I uploaded myself. Let's see. No. Not that one. Maybe this one. Yeah, that one looks good. That actually looks pretty close to. Okay, so now we have this of Christmas. We are going to change this font to, I'm going to do it something scripty, something fun and whimsical. No. I like that font, but not for this particular. This one will work. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to place this here. I'm going to make it just a tiny bit bigger. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take up here, up here, the second toolbar down has all these different things on here. You have the font that we're using, in this case is Angelica, and this font, for the record, I bought off of Etsy, and it's called Angelica font. I don't remember which shop it was from, but I'm sure that if you like this font, you can search Angelica font and that will come up. And then the style. So here, this only comes in regular, whatever that happens to be. But a lot of the Cricut fonts, you can italicize, you can bold, you can turn to writing, you can do whatever. But this font doesn't have those options, so it's just a cut file, which is fine. That's what we want. You can adjust the font size here. That's how big the font is, not necessarily the 4.8 by 1.5, but just how big the font, the letters themselves are. You can increase or decrease the letter space. If you have letters on top of one another, you can decrease and increase the line space. You can align. If you have words stacked on top of each other, you can align them left, center, or right. You can curve them, which is what we're going to talk about in a second. And then there's an advanced option, which only is ungrouping all of the letters. So the only reason that you would really ungroup all of the letters is if you had to kind of move them around and adjust them and rearrange them. However, a while back, Cricut, the wonderful people at Cricut, decided that they were going to add an only kerned fonts option. So if you have letters that connect, before they had this, we had to ungroup all of our letters. Then we had to move them all closer together and make sure that they were connected and connected appropriately. Now the program does it for you. So if you unclick only kerned fonts, then all of your fonts will come up. Wait a second. All of your fonts will come up, but I don't think they'll kern. Let's finish this. This is already here, so it's going to kern. And the kerning, what that basically means is like putting all the letters together so that they're connected when they're supposed to be connected. So we're going to curve this. Now we're going to either curve it up or down. And I believe this way is up, yes. So we are going to take this and we are going to curve it. Ooh, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. Let's bring that bad boy down. Okay, so now we can, if you want to bring it down a little bit more, kind of get it out of the way. See now when I curved it, automatically the letters unkerned. So we won't be doing that. But this is how you curve. You curve your letters. You go here to the curve option and you can either curve up or down. But we're going to put that back at 0 because I don't like that. I don't like how they all unkerned anyway. So, and then what we can do is we can highlight it all again and weld it. Now see what happens with this R. I'm going to blow this up just a little bit so you can see this R. See how this R, this is supposed to be an open space here, right? So what we're going to do now, when you weld something, you cannot unweld it. There is no way to come down here and click an unweld button. So you have to come up here and go to undo. And you are undoing all of your things. And now, because we had that R, see now the R is open here, this loop-de-loop thing is open. And now what we're going to do is we're going to ungroup. So you can ungroup by coming up here to the ungroup, or you can click advanced, or I believe if you right click, let's see. Oh, you can't. You can ungroup here. Okay, so we're going to ungroup this, and we're going to move this R up a tiny, tiny bit. Okay, and actually I'm going to blow it up so that I can see, so that I can make sure that my lines are all even where they need to be. Where it connects to the R, where it connects to the I. Okay, so let's try this one more time. We're going to highlight that, and we're going to group it together, and then we're going to highlight the whole thing, and we're going to weld it together. And we're still got this little blippity blip here that's still covered up, and I don't like that. Okay, so let's ungroup this again. We're going to blow this up again. We're going to take this R and we're going to bring it up. So what usually happens is when that happens, you have letters that are too close together. So let's do this again. Oops. We're gonna group that, and we're going to highlight all of this, and then we're going to weld, and let's see what happens. Oops, gotta hit the weld button, Greg. There we go. So I was able to fix it just by simply moving that R a little bit, and this now will be ready for wherever you want to put it. You want to put it on a plaque, you want to put it on your wall, so you can just put this on your wall and do use removable vinyl. Anything you want. Really, the possibilities are limitless. So let's talk about this toolbar up here. I'm just going to pull in an image. Let's see what kind of images we have that I can pull in. We're almost finished. I promise, guys, we're almost finished. Okay. How about we do this Merry Christmas? Let's see what we can do with this. So, no, I have a better idea. Let's do this. This is probably more like, oh no, it's a cut. Okay, so you have this wine bottle and this wine glass, but I don't really like where they're positioned. So I want the wine glass on the other side. How do I get the wine glass on the other side? I'm just going to flip it horizontally. And now my wine glass is on the side that I want it on. But I kind of want to put a background on this. What is this edit button? I don't think I've ever used this. Oh, this edit button has cut, copy and paste, which is the same thing if you right click. Okay, so I have the wine bottle now on the left side where I want it, but now I'm going to offset. So basically what I'm doing with the offset is I'm just putting a little bit of a background. Let's say I want to turn this into a sticker. Okay, yes, let's turn this into a sticker. So the 0.25, yeah, I guess that one's fine. That's where it automatically defaults. The 0.25. So now we've got two basic cut images here, and we're going to change the color of the offset to white. Now, fun little trick. It's a little hard to see the white offset on the white canvas, right? So we're going to come down here to blank canvas. We're going to click on blank canvas. We're going to come up here. You see where it says color up at the top? So we've completely changed this toolbar now. We're going to click on color, and we're going to do this gray. Now, the whole canvas is gray. And you can really do that with any color here. You want to do blue. I'm doing gray just because it's easier. It's easier on the eyes, and it's easier to see that. So now we want to turn this into a sticker. Oops. If you move something like that on accident, backspace, ladies and gentlemen, backspace. And it puts it right back where it was. Now we're going to highlight the whole thing, and we want to turn it into a sticker. We're going to come down here to the right toolbar, the right side toolbar, and we're going to click on flatten. And then it's going to turn it into a print then cut. And you would print this on your printer, print it on sticker paper or cardstock. I would print this on sticker paper if I'm obviously turning it into a sticker. And then I would run it through my machine. And my machine will cut out all around and all in between where you see that gray. What if we want to slice? What if we want to slice? Let's say we're making, I'm going to turn this back to white. let's say we're making a stencil. Okay, we're going to make a stencil, but we're going to make this stencil this Merry Christmas, okay? So we have this Merry Christmas, and it's whatever, 4 by 1 by 4.2. We're going to come over here to shapes. Now in Design Space, you have an uber ton of shapes. Some of them are free. That's these top guys up here, and then some of them are included with your access subscription. So all these different things. I have not really investigated how I would incorporate any of these into a design, but we're going to take the circle for our intents and purposes. We're going to take the circle right here, and it's going to pop my circle up at 2 by 2. But remember, we're doing we're going to create a stencil, because we're going to put it on one of those big round wooden things that people have been creating like crazy. So we're going to make this 5 by 5. So we're going to change the height and the weight, or the height and the width. Been nursing too long. The height and the width. So we're going to change it to 5. Oops, not 25. 5. Now when I change the width, it also changes the height. Haha. Let's unlock the little padlock here, and that's down here and up here. Let's say I don't want the height 5 inches, I want the height 4 inches. And it's going to change the height to 4 inches, and it's going to create a little oval for us. What happened? Interesting. But I don't want an oval. I want a circle. So we are just going to create this as 5. Okay. And what I'm going to do so that I can make sure this is where I want it to be is I'm going to see how the circle is in front of our design. I'm going to go to Arrange. I'm going to click Move Back, and that will pull our design to the front. Now, this clearly is not centered in the circle. Do we care if it's centered in the circle? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, since we're just doing a stencil. I think it should be centered in the circle, because then it would be easier to get center. If it's centered in the circle on here, it's going to be easier to get centered into your project, or onto your project, whatever you're doing. So you want to highlight both. You're going to come up here next to the offset button, and you're going to click Align. And you have a line to the left, center, right, top, vertical, bottom. Center horizontal, center horizontal, right top, center vertical, align bottom, and center. And we are just going to click on center, and that is going to pull our Merry Christmas design into the center of our circle. So it's perfectly centered. We're going to re-highlight this bad boy, and we're going to click on Slice. Now the trick with Slice, or the thing that you have to remember when you're slicing anything, any image, is it can only slice 2 images at a time. So you can't very well put 2 images into the circle, or whatever shape you're using, and expect to slice, because it won't work. You can only slice 2 things at a time. So if you wanted to slice something towards the bottom, you would have to do that first, and then you would do your next design. Like it has to be one at a time, because you can only slice 2 items at a time. So I have 2 items, so we're going to slice those. Slice, boom, and we're going to take this gray piece out, and now you have a 5 by 5 round stencil. What are you going to do with these other 2 little guys? You can, I usually get rid of them, but you can keep one, maybe to turn into a, to cut out on vinyl and stick it onto something if you wish, or get rid of it and just keep your stencil. Okay, so I think we're just about ready to wrap up. When you click on projects, there's just a couple more things that I want to show you. When you click on projects, these are all the projects that have been uploaded through Cricut. Some of them are from the Cricut community. All different kinds of things in here you'll find. A lot of paper projects are getting back into paper projects. This is super cute. I kind of wish I would have thought about making this for Thanksgiving, but alas, I did not. This is cute, so I might make those for Christmas. So they're just getting into all this paper projects and stuff like that. So there's a list of projects, and you can search by category. If you're searching for something specific, you have somebody who's pregnant or having a baby, or for the baby. A lot of people like to do this, these month blankets where they lay their baby on the blanket. You can create one of those. You could just create so many different things with this. This is something that I don't typically use, is templates. You can come in here when you're designing. If I use this, I'm really just using this for a t-shirt. So if I'm designing a t-shirt, see, and there's a warning up here. It says templates are for reference only and will not be saved to your project. So if I have a design that I'm doing and I'm just kind of like trying to get an idea of how big to make it, kind of eyeballing things, I may put this up and put my design, here's the front, this is the back. If I'm doing it on the front or the back, the sleeve, whatever I'm doing, I'll put it on here, pardon me, and, kind of get a visual of how it looks. So if you blow up, see, we're at 25% because of the template. If you blow, oh, look, we're learning something together, because I didn't know that you could change the size of the t-shirt on the template, or I didn't know any of that. Interesting. You can come over here, change the color of you can change the color of your template to kind of match your shirt, so you get a better idea of what it'll look like on that material, maybe. All different kinds of things that you can do in Design Space. When you save projects, just one more thing that I kind of want to touch on with you guys, they do have saved collections. So I have some things here. It's just really a way to keep your projects nice and organized. I do use it from time to time. And when you're done, I want to recommend saving your project as you go. So you want to create your project, you want to save it as you go. That way, if something happens, you're maybe on computer battery, your computer dies, it'll be saved. You lose, just whatever happens, your computer crashes, gets a virus, heaven forbid, your project is saved. So just save along the way, if you can, if you remember. I don't always remember to do that. So I hope that this helped. I know it's a lot of information, but you guys can watch this video as many times as you need to get comfortable with Design Space. I have tried using several different different design software, such as Inkscape confuses me. The Silhouette one, I don't remember the name of it, that confuses me. This seems to be the easiest. It seems overwhelming, but this seems to be the easiest software. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.